Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I don't know what it is about the main theme music on this one, but it's got it's got a really good it's got like yeah, yeah. It's good. This whole game has had some really good music so far. Regardless, we're walking right into episode 4 of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I think it was last time's episodes. First of all, everyone seems to be a really big fan of episode 3. I liked it too. I did like it a lot. Just because, this is very neat. It was very neat in the sense that, our person's probably guilty. And we hadn't really picked on it until the end. And I'm like, I think somebody pointed out, it's really funny that you that you didn't notice that the bloodstain on the inside was brand new. That completely in all seriousness, I was like, oh, this wasn't here the whole time, was it? They really fabricated that whole second part of the case after the thing. I was like, oh boy, yeah, I guess they did a really good job doing that. Anywho. We will proceed. I thought that was fantastic, and I'm really excited to find out who was inside of the thing burning alive. My first thought is Mr. McGill did it, but we take on to the, okay?
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed. That there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back.
Oh.
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
An invisible killer? Okay. We'll get back to this. Some of the comments last time, I believe, said something along the lines of, I kind of brought up the case history so far. That our boy Ryunosuke has essentially defended himself, and somebody who was not innocent. Not a great start for our boy, but we'll see how it all plays out. I am very much excited to see how the rest of this plays out. Because as it has been said, it's kind of like one whole experience between these two games. Like, think of it more as one long game. So in that regard, man, I don't really know when because I thought it would be like, oh, we're gonna have our big reveal and a big something here at the beginning of this, because in pretty much every Ace Attorney game there is one through line that carries on to the very, very, very end of the game, and it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But I digress. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Ryunosuke? No, Mr. Naruhodo. No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Lamal, he was like, oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, when I learned that we owed £3 for the room, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oh no. Oops, yeah, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance was so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over our head for a whole year. Oh no. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented the bill. Oh, Susato. So they're poor. They're broke, I assume. We really should have taken Mr. McGilded up on that offer. I really am sorry. Well, never mind that. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Yikes. London is a scary place. Good morning to you at this early hour. Clockman! Oh, yes. Well? Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Now, his name is what again? Hartford? Clockford? Strongheart. I knew I had heart in there somewhere. Suzuo-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. I had to wait for one line to figure it out. I could have faked it for long enough. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation to the British courtroom practices. Yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. Thank you! In accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of the events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer you student from the Empire of Japan, you may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. Yeah, give me those doves! Here's the thing. If he does that, I feel like he's going to have to take the stand at some point. And there's even going to be doves in the courtroom. Where'd those birds come from? My country's delighted to welcome a young talent from such a remote eastern land. Thank you very much. So I'm a lawyer now. Huh, that was easy. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that that won't be a problem. It's been a day, dude. Another case already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? How much am I getting paid? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? That man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? I wanted the truth. The culpability of the defendant is not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. As for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Wah! Luigi. He is very purple. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? He's dead. What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Okay, so I guess he wasn't there. Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial, and now we'll never know the truth. No! What? Mr. McGilded is... Can I have some of his money? Dead? Birds! I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. I almost hope that he's not bad. But boy, does he look it! This man looks Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, final chapter bad. I'm telling you what. I can see his breakdown eyes right now. Hey. Actually? Oh no, they replaced everyone in my thing. That's fine. Never mind. Hey, let's talk. Mr. McGilded's death, huh? I don't understand. Oh, what happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. I remember. Yes, of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of, and may have possibly did. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No. Hey, yo, the bailiffs in London are trash, dude. Garbage. They let that crime scene be tampered with. They let somebody burn it down. Goodness gracious. How could such a thing have happened? Was it Splendid? Was it Seth Rollins? Who could know? Was it the Flame Tribe? We have a lot of people who burn things down on the channel. That is being investigated as we speak, but already. The police have identified a corpse. Was it a Jaeger corpse from Trails? Found inside the charred shell of a carriage that is of Mr. McGill. That's awful. That man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. The bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. See, now I don't know if, thinking back now, I don't know if Strongheart is potentially a suspect here, or if it is more so going to be our prosecutor, the Reaper Von Zeeks. So, here's the thing, we've kind of had this kind of thing play out both times in the past, you know what I mean, where some kind of big boss was actually the cause for it, or where the opposing prosecutor was the cause, or the real victim, or not the real victim, the real culprit of the final case. I'm at this point, I'm trying to think about who the real culprit of the final case will be, because I think really in most Phoenix Wright games, maybe not most, but I want to say most Phoenix Wright games, you've met the culprit of the final case much earlier in the game. Is it all? I don't want to I'm not gonna I'm going through it in my head right now. Who was the final? Oh, well, I'm not sure about that game, actually. We'll continue. But you know, at this point, I feel like the real culprit of the final case we've already seen them. Just on Ace Attorney experience. We'll continue though. Immediately after, I don't think it's every single game, but I think it is most games. Mr. McGilda did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. He asked if he could be present for it? An inspection of the omnibus. Not to my knowledge, I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who told Mr. McGilda about it? Or who was Mr. McGilda talking about, rather? Never mind that now. Never mind that now. That sounds very, very suspicious of you, Strongheart. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. Yeah, and the Yard sucks. They actually don't suck that much because a lot of fake evidence was provided. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Poor Mr. McGill did it. Okay, what about this British court that you got here? So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was wow. Much wow. Very, very court. Much legislature. Wow. Oh, man. Mr. Naruto means the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It really is a worlds apart, Sami Zayn, from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow. Sito-san has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. Wait, how did you hear my thoughts? I guess that must have been a whisper. The judicial birds system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? Your juries, they kind of suck, but it is what it is. It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? Right. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial. Yeah. A trial you couldn't lose. Oh. I see. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. That's not what he said. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. I don't like that, Strongheart, and I don't like you. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent, wouldn't you agree? No, it's attributed to fake evidence, fraud evidence put into that crime scene. Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much is at least an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? It's almost like we're getting toyed with, for real, for real. What was he going to say before? I guess a bigger twist would be him dying. You know what I mean? New case. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you found, or you mentioned? Don't tell me. It's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see! Did he just read my mind? That's happened twice so far, Ryunosuke, and it's not even been 20 minutes into the episode. And that is to say, no one has died. As yet. Really? And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. Ha! So the trial's tomorrow then. Maybe not plenty of time, but at least we have a day. Is everything alright? Yeah, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was, well, it left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Magilda's trial. Ah, yes. I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. What? There's fraud evidence? Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh! If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. Twice in a row this has happened. Well, I'll be real. I guess that happens a lot. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Does the most terrible end await the defendant? There's not death right now, right? There's no murder? Yes, that's right. Here we go again. And your time's up. You will have to excuse me. Okay, bye, Strongheart. I would advise you begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. Tick-tock. There is now 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time he mentioned 23 hours, he said that there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. And, what's that, buddy? Yesterday you remarked upon something that you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot. Mr. Asogi, Continue. I enjoy this song a lot. Susato. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh? Another thing. Continue. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Something very important. And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he... No, wait, hold on, wait, no, I got history, you can't stop me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain. Now our time is up, and so was his. Thank you for an enlightening discussion. Mr. Naruhodo, what's this all about? Mr. Asogi never mentioned anything of the sort to me. Well, you're not his bro. I urge you both to focus on your attentions on the matter at hand. The heck? I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell. Are you gonna snap at me? No? You're just gonna leave? No birds? Do you have some chips in his hand? There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama. What did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I just hope I'm imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks very pleased with us at all. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a brief intermission. We started off hot. We have less than 24 hours before we're back in court. This man can't catch a break. He's got no days off. It's all run Ryunosuke, man. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's talk to this upset looking gentleman and his chips. Fish and chips, I think. Huh? Wait, hold on a minute. What kind of infinite fish and chips does he have? Chomp, chomp. Huh? He re-ups? What kind of magician? Could we trouble you? What do you think? Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Arg? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some flippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hands, you know. But Susato-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a very busy man. And there's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. I'm gonna very eagerly eat my fish and chips. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying, Haven't seen Gregor anywhere, have you? Oh, no, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. It's all because some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. Okay, there's no need to tear us apart as well. Also, I think it's your fish and chip consumption that's making your your reputation rather go up in tatters, my boy. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. Eh? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Eh? It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Oh, quite right, lovely. Lovely weather indeed. It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't get to see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off? So, Lord Strongheart asked me to fill you in on the case. It seems like everyone loves Susato and Ryunosuke. He's existing. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Is he often in, the Sherlock Holmes novels? Inspector Gregson! Inspector Gregson! Inspector, are you perhaps affiliated with... Oh, right. Hold on a minute. I actually think I do know this inspector. The Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Susato, but he's a London detective, rather. Oh, I do know him very well, in fact. Very well. Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? A Rance magazine? That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words, Lamau. That's his highest praise? Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not. And thanks to that magazine, my name's all over London's town now.
That's great, isn't it?
Well, I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I know it's not. There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now, and they're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumors? Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head, stuff like that.
Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, and I can hear the whispers with my very large ears, so I can't exactly hear what they're saying. My ears aren't quite large enough, but I know what folk are like. I'm sure. That's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs. And Greg's is Greg's.
I get the feeling this detective could be very, could be very hard work. Oh dear. Perhaps the sudden rise to fame does change people. What about the case, sir? So, about the case that the Lord Justice, Chief Justice of the Lordship, big man, big clockman, strong heart. And what about that case you mentioned?
Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement at Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious.
That's despicable. What sort of she's gonna die? What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished, whoever it was off with a Susanoo takedown, wouldn't you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo-san, and I absolutely would have. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered her now.
Well, anyway, after something of a bit of a whirlwind of investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
So there must have been something rather left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness recognized the person in question.
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
I'm sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why ever not?
Simple.
Did he admit it?
The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Baron von Zeeks.
Well, hold on. We already beat him. No.
Sounds like you heard of him then.
Yeah, we were very familiar with von Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself, the Reaper of the Bailey. Oh, don't tell me that we're about to get this man off too, and then he's also gonna die. The Reaper of the Bailey. Do you feel the Reaper? The Reaper of the Bailey. Lord Barrack. I think I called him Baron several times. Just Barrack. That's definitely okay. Von Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Guess we'll also face him tomorrow. Mr. McGilda told us about him before the trial, didn't he? When Von Zeek stands for the prosecution, they call the accursed his sacrificial lambs. I'm speaking to you from your memory because I'm dead now. And in every single trial which he's been involved in, the prosecutor, the accursed has been damned. Damned, 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 damned. The Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty, is that it?
Not quite.
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
what of it?
Oh, that's terrifying. So it's not that he's won every case, it's that whoever he is against, they die. Oh no. Oh. Maybe that's why he took so much time off. And maybe he's been forced to come back. What is going on? There's a lot. Okay, so now there's a lot of moving pieces, especially with his story. Oh, well, I think that means even against the Reaper of Bailey, rather, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
No, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean?
What happened to the bloke in the end, eh? He's dead.
Ah,
Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
what are you saying?
Look, even if Van Zieks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. Huh? He doesn't work miracles, he works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that? Huh. Right, well, I filled... Right, well, I filled you... No.
Right, well, I filled you in as requested. I'm very nearly out of chips.
Are you? You keep re-upping magically. You're using black magic yourself.
So I'll be heading back to the crime scene. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
It was Briar Road, you said. That sounds familiar. Didn't you? Where the incident took place?
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over there to the holding cells, rather, you can meet the criminal himself.
You branded him a criminal already?
He's as good as shaking like a leaf in a celly is. It'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you. That guy's not so bad. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, actually. To tell you the truth, when I recall yesterday's trial, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning down the case. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in a cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find this, the side of that all that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I'm gonna make some inquiries. Will you help? Do you really think you had to ask? Susato? After all, I'm your judicial assistant. Yeah. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum. I do like the little dialogue at the bottom. We still haven't visited here yet. I wonder what awaits us. I'd like to actually go to the prison first. Hump, 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 hump. Oh, dang. You know, I don't know why I was expecting some, like, actually, like, nice little, like, meeting place. We're just going down to a cell. It makes way more sense. So these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels like a dungeon. Yeah, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse. Apparently, our client is in this cell here. Well, I don't see anybody. But it's so dark at the back, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like.
Inmate 53, your legal representation is here. Your legal representation is here to see. I don't know why everyone's becoming Irish. Stop eyeing at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
Am I a cat? As yet with no name. Calling me by a number, it's utterly unbelievable, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
Mr. Naruhodo, what What do you think is going on here? I don't know, but I wasn't hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. Oh! Oh. This guy looks like he got drawn on eyebrows. And drawn on eyes.
Excuse me. Shh, quiet. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're listening, watching, even now. I can sense it. Oh, right.
Oh, this is...
Oh, they're here. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try and hide it. You're a ghost.
A ghost? This guy's insane. We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese by any chance? He's come back to his senses.
This is beyond my wildest dreams.
I don't know. The eyes and the eyebrows kind of freak me out on this guy.
Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all.
Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a most monumental moving moment.
Oh no, he's giving me Denzel Crocker with these moves, dude. Who could have guessed this is that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned us to? What turned out to be a fellow Japanese.
What compassion my fellow countrymen show. To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student.
Oh, he's a student.
Noble, nurturing, never feeling, Nippon!
First-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. Hey, buddy. We've only been in 3 cases. One of them was on a boat and wasn't really in a case, it was an investigation. The first case I defended myself with the help of Asogi, my boy, Kazuma. However, the last case we really should have lost, but we won because there was some tampered evidence. We have not won a real case. Can we get your name though? I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, I can, I will. Shan't stay sullen, silent.
Oh man. Alright, I'm just gonna, he might be Crocker for the rest of this thing. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yeah, he does, I guess. I just hope he has a good reason to be.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, nope, thank you for cooperation. I'm a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotaba.
I am a visiting student sent here by our government.
Notably notorious, named Natsume. Natsume? So Seki. Okay. Actually, take a look at this. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to present it. Here, take a look at this.
Yes! The symbol of our great empire's first-rate lawyers. Which means, of course, you'll stand by my side, you'll defend me.
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't why I was showing it to you.
Oh, well. Then why else would you show me that?
Oops, in hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea. I thought it was gonna be funny. I was like, certainly has some fun dialogue with this. What's up, Soseki? Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku.
It's something of a, nom de plume. A nom de plume? Does that mean I like to eat some plums? Oh no, it means an alias. Huh? That's right, Naruhodo-san.
No, don't be so prosaic. It's a much more refined than that. And haiku, that reminds me of home. It really does. I love a good haiku. Haiku. Did I hear you say that you were giving, you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Well, so are we. Don't say that. Yes, that's right. A year ago I was told to go and study English. First I had to suffer that misery, and now this. It's beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No. I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. But just because the government tells you to do something, doesn't mean you can do it? No. What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could understand. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievable, unjustly, unreasonable. I see. He's not happy to be here. Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words on white washi. You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes. So I am often told. And I'm often, rather like to be told, it seems. Okay, and what about your accusation against you, sir? I gotta get my water. Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san? I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder! Well, there's no murder yet. Oh, no, it's alright. That woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife, right before my eyes. Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I had seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to get stabbed right in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient. So Seki loves his alliteration and his consonants, I suppose. He was there at the scene but didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about this case. Aye. More about the case. It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. Oh, it was heavy with fog? Of course you didn't see this person. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Sure, the bookshop wasn't accursed too. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold hard ground, slabs at my accursed feet. How terrible. He is shaking like a leaf. They were right, it is pretty entertaining. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as far as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous, huh? Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English and a young woman at that? I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anyone pass you? I missed that one line, regrettably. Apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. Great, awesome. Love it when that happens. So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time? That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? What conundrum? Who else could have done it, you know? Conundrum? What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Soseki has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim and that there was no one else at the scene.
Then he apparently fled without having been, he fled without having been seen. I did. But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. Ah, you. What did you just say? I didn't say anything. I thought it. Nothing. I didn't say anything. Oops. Perhaps I thought a little loudly, Lamau. Actually, that's not what's troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim and there was nobody at the scene of the crime to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh. Huh. Oh, yeah, she's right. I assume he was cursed. It was my receipt from the bookstore. It was him. That accursed great detective led the police to me. Of all the bad luck, a cursed great detective? Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, busybody, be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Herlock Sholmes. I knew it. Mr. Sholmes? Well, yeah, right? I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. Well, I mean, you're in London, this is home turf. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst through the door. They started shouting at me. This is the police, put the weapon down, your hard cheese. Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting. Dietary discrimination devils! Alright, he's giving me the Crocker vibes for real. Great pause of the stances here. You clearly had a trying morning. And there he was in the middle of the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. And that Herlock Sholmes! It's actually Herlock Sholmes? He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really well known, and his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman, rather. Me, this weak, stooped kitten of a man. I wonder what great deduction process led him to this conclusion this time. Uh-oh. Well, his conclusions tend to be wrong sometimes. Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, the knife was also mine. I was thrown in a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were. That's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me. In impossible English. Fiendish foreign film flattery. Flim flattery. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them rather for questioning you in English. Good point. But my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer and didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes I do, and I'm fine. The next thing I knew, I was in the manacles, rather, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Well, it was like, do you know what happened here? Yes, I do. If you did it, say that you're fine. I'm fine. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine. Well, he's not fine now. He's no Apollo Justice. Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, Mr. Simple is more than enough. Oh, yes. All right, yes. They've really got me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself on a study tour. A student? I defended a case in the Old Bailey, and only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. That's such a good question for a theme in this. Oh, Naruhodo-san, maybe don't tell the guy you might be defending that. Well, I guess he's, you know, we're all about the truth, so let's lay it out. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm sort of a locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband, that's the mark of a defense lawyer from our great empire. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh? Who do you mean? The lawyers. All the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me. Goodness, why? Why do you say that? For the same reason as you noted before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around. I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Saseki-san. He does seem miserable here. The bag's under his eyes, too. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, not someone to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, in my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man who doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful! They're wrong. I've studied more English than half of these policemen out there I have on the streets, dang. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Saseki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it'll give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Yeah, start crying. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Locum student to Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Yeah! This guy seems so miserable. They did a great job making him seem miserable, but also, dang, painted on the eyebrows and the eyes and the pupils. It's really the pupils that give me the, ooh boy. Is this gonna be our, not first crime scene investigation, I guess, since we had one on the boat. Let's go to Briar Road, baby. Okay, so we've got a bicycle already that has like a dent in it. Nice little snowman. I think that's our culprit, actually. This is where it happened. Briar Road. Ah! Look, Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet! It's unmistakable, rather. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see it with my own eyes. They're often depicted as the adventurers, of Herlock Sholmes, but I never dreamed I'd ever come this close. Oh, to a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? Hehe. Of course. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. Oh, hey, buddy.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Oh, Inspector Gregson.
This isn't on the tourist trail, I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So you've been holding cells then. What'd you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
Well, we'll see about that. You Japanese like to stick together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. Doesn't bother me. Bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
The stone cold air of rejection. The Steve Austin air of rejection. Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow. There's only stone cold air everywhere. Okay, so we'll examine in a second. I am going to grab my water because it is warm. Okay, I guess we should talk first. Tell me about tomorrow's trial, actually.
That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you gonna defend him or not?
Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a barge pole.
because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save that man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper hasn't appeared in court for a good few years now.
Yeah, we did hear something to that effect, huh?
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum, the master criminals, the real violent ones.
Here's the deal. I believe... Sure, it made sense for McGill. He was also a little... Not a criminal, but he was devious himself. This guy, though, I think really might be innocent. Master criminals? The violent ones?
That's right. He picks his victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsumi wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, Sunshine. Yeah, the young woman was stabbed, but it didn't kill her. Couldn't even, say the intent was there. So this sort of case, I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink, this isn't the sort of case I'd expect the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into. For want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's gotta be more to it. Some reason he's taking an interest.
Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You can't tell what's going on inside of the head of that Lord of Darkness?
Lord of Darkness is crazy.
You'll have to ask him yourself tomorrow at the trial.
Are we really gonna have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it? About the case, what do you got for him? You have there's no autopsy report, she's not dead. Admittedly.
It happened around 5 in the evening 2 days ago. Just there, that open bit of pavement over there. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right to say the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in the hospital?
I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
Suppose that means we haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course, huh?
Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure?
It's yard policy to give lawyers defending the suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. Shut up. Let me look at this map real quick. So she was stabbed here. I assume these areas in between are like maybe back alleys. I doubt someone from a back alley. I feel like that's too easy. But maybe. Maybe.
As far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming to not have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
Oh, it what?
We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
Oh.
Great. It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see him.
There were witnesses now? Who are they? Who are they?
A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London.
He did it.
He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Oh! A policeman? That might change things. I wonder if he took this case specifically because the actual guilty party is like a copper, I guess. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked.
Nothing peculiar about that, man. Part and parcel of being a Bobby, rather. Catching him banging the act and all that.
Okay, do you think it might be possible for us to ask the policeman a few questions?
That'd be my guess. You can ask him what you like in court tomorrow.
Oh, great, awesome.
I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness, so that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident. That's not great. As your judicial assistant, rather, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed. It's already so hard, Susato. Yeah, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Yeah, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect, I hear that that was Sherlock Holmes.
What are you bringing him up for?
Was it something I said? The color drained from his cheeks. We should probably talk about Scotland Yard too. Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated police organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty protecting the city. Oh yes, doesn't he look wonderful? Wonderful!
Being a London Bobby's the hard going, I can tell you.
Oh, really?
First in the morning, you know what he does? He goes round and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work, rather.
What? He wakes people up?
Yep. Raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself going back a bit.
I had no idea. Did they really do that back in the day?
The Bobby works for the people of the town. This is another one of his duties.
That's kind of neat. If that's a thing that actually happened back in the day. I actually have no idea. But I kind of believe it. After that, he starts... That's one of those things that I would look into after the episode. Whoops, my bad.
After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance.
I really can't imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. I guess it's miles to kilometers. They don't use miles here, do they? They use kilometers. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the...
He has to light all of the gas street lamps? I guess that makes sense. All the Bobbies do that. That I believe. Oh my! I suppose between all of these duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well? And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly. More alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit.
I've always dreamt rather of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. What? Huh? What? Your heavy heart will be in my heavy head if you do. Alright, what about your Sholmes, buddy? Buddy.
Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsumi who mentioned it. He said that Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of the Holmes's inspirational, rather, great deductions.
Fiddle faddle. That man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Oh?
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case.
Yeah, he's quite astounding, rather, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble.
Oh!
Ever seen this before?
Oh, yeah, that's Rounce Magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives' stories, rather. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask me, anyone at the Yard, rather, it's a misadventure to be included in any of Sherlock Holmes' tale at all.
Well, I suppose there is an element of that.
And we work our socks off, every single one of us. Some of us even work our shoes off, too. We're barefoot, walking 20 miles, lighting all these gas lamps and poking at everybody's windows, frumped up by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. That man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all of our criminals. And to the general public, he's a menace. I want pictures of Sherlock on my desk by tomorrow morning.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Yeah, clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship. Well, I don't think we're gonna get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruto, can I make a suggestion? Oh yeah, sure, what's up? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Oh, here it goes. Yes, exactly, Mr. Sholmes, yes, him. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Naruto did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet Mr. Sholmes again. Trouble is, we have no idea where the man's address is. Eva, this is Baker Street. 221B Baker Street, I think. How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street. Well, I have not really read any of the Sherlock Holmes, like, novels or adventures. I have seen some of the series and the movies. But I think there's a board game, that's like, I don't know if it's called Sherlock Holmes or it's called specifically 221B Baker Street. That's a pretty neat board game. One of my friends has it, and we've played it a couple of times. I've never lost that board game. I did BS myself into getting one of the answers, because I was like, I'm just go here and I'm a guess. And I was like, yeah, it's right. Oh, I see. I had like, I think 3 of the 4 pieces of information that we needed to solve the case, and I was like, I'm just gonna gamble on the last one. And gamble paid off, baby. Anywho. I see. Well, there's nothing stopping us from going, I suppose. We better try and find our way out of there before Susato-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage. Wait, no. So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. I actually want to look around. Thank you. Look at that snowman. Well, I didn't want to click that. I want to click him. Hee. What a delightful snowman. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. Looks a little creepy, though. Oh, it has a scarf. Look. You'll need one if you're out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment, too. We can't afford a scarf. Oh. Certainly the snowman wouldn't miss his. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yeah, I know. You're right. Anyway. Even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. How are you guys doing from Scotland Yard? No nonsense, right? It's one of the officers from Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is, undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting caught out again. Twice is enough. Twice, I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. Yeah, you've had some dreadful experiences. I was gonna say third time's a charm. Maybe you did it this time. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed panic you were so prone. Yeah, I was gonna say that where he goes wide-eyed, he just eyes darts all around. It does you no favors at all. Ugh. Okay. So I guess we will not be able to do much over there. How do I go? Oh, there, like that. This is the thing that I wanted to look at. Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. So it must have done some real breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. They're still around. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off the ground seems reckless. If you ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river rather, I know you'd agree with me. Have you? We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime rather. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. Hilarious. Okay, so that's actually nothing. Then maybe there actually isn't anything I can investigate right now. We should just go. Sure. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have an exclamation point, so I guess we're moving on. Oh, pinch me, I must be dreaming, she said at the bottom. Oh, we got a whole cutscene here. And?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Look in the street. Goodbye. Thanks again.
They've become very British.
This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
You know, I guess when you're learning a language, you do often, like, end up leaning more into how you hear that language be spoken. So maybe in their learning of English, they are essentially adopting a more English accent, which makes sense to me, actually. That does make sense. It's a very hard English accent that they're developing, but it is what it is. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. This place is a mess. Violin. Is it as described in the stories, Mr. Susto? Oh no. She's living her wildest dream. Susato-san? Many famous cases have been solved in here, in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yeah. I've never really read the story, so it's kind of hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears in the fog. Fog down, rather. Don't say villain. On an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, I suppose I can. At the rate it usually is thumping at. So if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me. Ha! She is obsessed. She might not be okay. I guess I'll look. We just walked in here and nobody let us in? Actually, well, looks like our detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anyone home? Oh, do we have a visitor? It is a little girl. I kind of expected her to be here. Hello, is it a new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hi. Wait. Aren't you? Oh, how rude of me. I'll go ahead and make some tea at once. Goodbye. I'm sure it's the same girl. Hey, Miss Susato-san, did you see the girl who was just here? Ah, yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the king of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes for, okay, whatever, Susato. King Wilhelm Gotterich, Sigmundsson, von Ormstein, of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there.
The tea is brewed, and have a freshly baked cake as well.
Hold on. Okay. Okay. You got a little banger. You got a little banger. Little homie got a little banger.
It's you.
I knew it. Susato-san recognized her too.
You there? Oh, there you are, rather. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, and good day to you. I'm the inventor, I suppose, of that good old machine. Right there.
It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber.
I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Poor you having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London.
Oh, yeah, it was challenging.
Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know.
Oh, well, thanks. Is tea supposed to look that color? It's very pink-eyed, probably. Oh my, what a fragrant, yet mellow flavor.
Hooray! It's a winner! I've tried blending different leaves designed rather to alleviate fatigue, you see? You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, rather. You have another ticklish trial. Ticklish, goodness gracious. Ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck.
You know a lot, dude. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us, by any chance?
Oh, you know Hurley?
Hurley Lamau. Hurley.
Do you?
Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, Surly?
Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. How was he really? Oh, well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas.
Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she deduce all of those things, do you think?
And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I?
I liked, what if her name was like, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson.
Iris Wilson. If I had a nickel for every pink-haired Iris that we've met on this channel now, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. And you know what? It is a little weird that it's happened twice. Anywho, Wilson. So is this like Watson? I believe, because yeah. Okay, never mind. We're caught up.
I live here together with Mr. Hurley.
Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? Wait, what's the matter?
No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson?
What's the matter with Susato? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden?
Yep, that's right. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan.
Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotaba. It's wonderful to meet you. Huh. Lovely. Susie and Runo.
Runo? I guess that's one of the best, like, 2-syllable combinations you could get.
Got it.
Susie and Runo? There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start.
Yes, and so do I.
I guess we're gonna start. Hey, can you take a look at this for me? Check this out. Go deduce this for me. Iris, can I show you this?
Oh, how exciting. What is it? Tell me all about it.
Oh, actually, I was hoping you might be able to tell me something about it if anything comes to mind.
Oh, why would it?
Well, nope, I suppose it wouldn't.
Tell me, I want to hear everything.
This hasn't gone according to plan. Lamau. She's a leech for knowledge. We'll talk. Although there's a lot to, like, look around in this room, actually. Iris. Wilson, your deductions just now. Let's go with Wilson. Oh, yes, there's something I must ask you. Was Wilson the name of the person who died in the first case? I know we had, like, a Watson substitute. I don't know if that guy was named Wilson or Watson.
Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I am a very great fan of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and oh, you have a copy of Rance magazine. Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is exciting. My stories are being...
Oh my gosh, she writes them.
My stories are being read on the other side. Once you reach the other side of the world.
My stories?
Oh, that's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see. And he tells me all about them. It's really quite fascinating.
Oh god, she's doing the point thing too.
It would be a shame if I was the only one who ever heard about them, don't you think?
Goodness, Scotland Yard hates you, dude.
Last night he was telling me about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came.
So you are the author?
Yes, I'll let you know a secret if you like. I'm gonna call this latest adventure The Speckled Band.
Well, okay. The Speckled Band, that's certainly very familiar.
Of course, I always change one or two details in the story, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble.
Well, here's the problem. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually.
Yes, and of course, I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but it's a story. Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think, don't you? So, do you mean to say? Are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Rance magazine all written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter. But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. H. Wilson. Suzuto-san's getting more and more worked up. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name, it really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? Oh, that's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine.
No, at 10 years old?
At 10 years old.
Oh, so she's a doctor of medicine at 10 years old. Well, that's quite incredible.
But, Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Yeah. I did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
Oh.
Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow.
Yeah, no, you're right. I suppose it does, yeah. Poor Suzuto. She looks like her whole world has just been falling apart. Yeah, well, I'm glad she got that wake-up call. Maybe she'll stop fantasizing over this fake detective, in my opinion. Iris, what's up? It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it, at the Old Bailey?
Yep, right as rain. That's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, you did have a rather large gun pointed at us.
Oh, like this?
Oh.
Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you?
Right. Oh yeah, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade.
Oh, Jenny, yes, she's a professional pickpocket.
So we found out.
It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that.
Are you referring to this trial, to the trial-disrupting gun-like contraption, the smoke grenade or whatever?
Exactly, so I followed, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct
Mechanism in my inventions? Dude. This girl is dangerous.
Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that.
Oh wait, she's still Ginny from the block? She used to have a little, now she has a lot from pickpocketing more than likely.
So she could apologize to my trusty technician.
Sorry, your technician?
Hurley, of course.
He's her technician, hilarious.
Of course, silly.
Hurley?
Yeah, Herlock Sholmes, we live together.
I had no idea the Great Detective had such an interesting young daughter.
Daughter? Oh, not likely.
What?
I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, now would I?
Right, you would call him Dad. Well then, what's your relationship with Mr. Sholmes?
Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate.
Your roommates?
I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10. At last this year.
Well, what of your mother and father?
Oh no, they're not around.
Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. I'm glad we didn't get an update. I was like, hey, so how'd they die? Hopefully not with the Reaper of the Bailey. Your deductions just now. About before.
Yes, what's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me.
How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Well, she knew there was a story, and I guess we probably fit the bill. Oh, and then we have a difficult trial tomorrow. She didn't, yeah, that on the other hand is a little bit, well, I guess he would have told her about what happened as well. How did you know all of that?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail.
Oh, of course, I'd be delighted, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Irish...
Oh, she's doing it too. Like roommate. I hope that hers are just entirely correct every single time.
Iris Wilson is proud to present her logic and reasoning spectacular.
Oh my gosh, the background.
First of all, I already knew that you were a lawyer, Mr. Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber.
But you also said we just recently arrived in London. How did you know that?
I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket.
Oh.
So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that peculiar prosecutor, telling me that you were unaware of London's, court affairs.
That's fair, Lamau. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I? Lamau. Oh, and then her hand.
And then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you, earlier today?
Ah.
They use those stamps to keep a close eye on the comings and goings, you see? I didn't even realize. A red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only arrived yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face, so I concluded the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case.
I see. But how could you have known that the trial is coming tomorrow?
Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It absolutely amused him. He told me that he caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling.
A Japanese man? Well, that clearly must have been Mr. Natsume. Oh, yep, there he is, shaking and trembling.
Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it's clear to me that you both came from Japan yourselves. So I put 2 and 2 together, and then 4, and then multiplied by 22, and then took the long derivative of that and 42, the answer to everything, and deduced that you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one more conclusion to those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case. Well, there's a note on the mantelpiece that said the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a knife, you see. He is silly. And that's all there is to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions.
You're way better at it than your roommate. You might be the GOAT, Iris. You might be the GOAT.
Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on. Yep, I was about to say spot on, girly.
That was amazing, Iris.
You truly a great deduction. You managed to, you even managed the certain something of, Sholmes' delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that.
This really is very good news.
You can tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man, will you? Won't you please, Iris?
Hey, does this say anything about the... If I had investigated this first... I do like this fireplace. Is one of the best things I've seen since we arrived in the country, in fact. Lingering beside the fire and watching flames flickering and the dance grate. Ah, it's so very relaxing. We can't relax. When there's so many interesting things on the mantelpiece. Oh, it's just as describing the story, is it? Is it?
Yes, exactly. Inside that Persian slipper, for example, are my chocolates for,
what? Elvins's? Oh my gosh.
And transfixed by that large jackknife is my shopping list for the marketplace.
Okay, so a different... He must have stabbed it somewhere else. Oh, never mind. She's just getting her dreams crushed, actually.
Oh, it's not quite how I remember it being described in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Poor Susudo-san, she looks crushed. She'll be alright. I can't really click any of this. I can't click this. What is this machine? What on earth is this huge over-the-top machine, right?
That's the great analytoscope. It can analyze anything, really, anything at all.
Analytoscope? That's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely analytical.
It's one of Hurley's inventions. It took him a whole year. He said it was to help him investigate his investigations.
What sort of things did he analyze with it, do you know? Probably, like, stupid, silly things, respectfully.
Well, actually, hasn't used it for anything yet.
Even worse.
Oh.
Why not?
Apparently, on the evening he finally completed it, it suddenly occurred to him, I don't actually have anything I need to analyze.
Oh, dear.
How about you, Runo? Do you have anything you'd like to analyze?
The only thing that springs to mind is this machine itself. Maybe one day I'll be able to analyze something with that. Oh, there's something here. There's all sorts of things on the shelves. Chemistry apparatuses, books, papers, lots of things I've never even seen before. It's all headed up so high, I can't help but feeling a whole lot is gonna topple over at any moment.
I keep telling Hurley not to cram so much onto these shelves. Good advice. He wanted to look something up in one of the books a while ago. But it was so tightly wedged in, he couldn't get it out. He went and brought a whole new copy instead.
His violin. I've seen pictures of Western music instruments like this. It's called a violin, isn't it? Of course it is. Mr. Sholmes is renowned for his violin playing. I bet you it's hers. Oh, really?
That's right. I just sort of slipped that in.
You did what, Iris?
I didn't really give a lot of thought. I just started adding it to the stories.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes' exceptional violin playing has been mentioned a number of times.
But the truth is, Hurley barely touched a violin in his life up to that point. Oh. Of course, people started asking him to play for them after reading my stories were published. He wasn't able to tell them that he didn't know how.
What did he do?
He went straight to the pawn shop and brought himself a nice violin. And then he practiced. He practiced until his very fingers nearly dropped off.
Must be why he's so highly strung. Oh, does he actually know how to play now?
Before I knew it, he'd become a rather...
Oh, he did? Okay, so that's really impressive, though. Buying a violin and just being like, okay, now he's actually pretty good.
The greatness of the great detective really shone with that experience, I think.
It was a great deception, that's for sure. Lamau. That's actually really funny. A great deception. Hey, it's your typewriter. Okay, so I understand. This is his half of the room. This is your half of the room. Very cute. Look at this this formula here. Tell me about it. V equals the sum of pressure. Hold on a minute. That top formula doesn't make any sense to me. V, I don't know what is being calculated here, but it looks like V is the sum of P to the 6 and then V subscript 6, which, like, V is already in there, so I don't know what she's doing. I thought this was a value, like a volume pressure formula, and I was like, oh, that takes me back, but what's written there is silliness, I think. Black Peter? What does that mean? Oh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work, huh? Oh my. I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. Sucho-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most grisly crime you can imagine. It's a case that Hurley solved just recently. A black cat called Peter went missing in the neighborhood. Hurley tracked it down at the fishmonger's in the end. Oh, well, I can't wait for the story to be published. She's a true fan. A true crime fan, low-key. What on earth is this big black lump over here? Ah, that's a typewriter. It's a machine that allows you to write on paper without needing a pen. And wizardly quick at that, too. Oh, that sounds like it could be useful for someone like me with terrible handwriting. Wait, Iris, are all the stories from the Great Adventures of Sherlock Holmes? Yep, everyone typed on this trusty machine. Oh, my goodness. OMG, how wonderful. Sutsuzo first OMG of all time. Sutsuzo looks like she's been shown in the Tokyo Imperial Palace Gardens. Okay, well I think that's most everything. I think there's probably all these chemicals up here. Probably poisons. They look like poisons. That's a charming little white shelf, and full of charming little bottles too. Oh yes, but don't touch any of those. They might explosives instead, okay. Explode? Are they exotic chemicals? Do you use them for exciting experiments? Yes, indeed. As Hurley always says. Chemistry is an explosive science. Sorry? I agree. A single discovery can trigger an explosion of innovation all around the world. I don't think that's what she means. Or perhaps she just meant it literally. Also true either way. Either way, mental note, do not touch any bottle that belongs to Iris. Correct. So that's everything yonder. These parts, for the most part, outside of the tea set, actually. You know, we'll get a little tea. What a beautiful English tea set, and neatly arranged. It's a favorite pastime of mine, a cup of herbal tea in the afternoon. Tea made of herbs? That's right. I grow all kinds of herbs in the garden, so I can experiment with different blends. Oh, one moment, don't go away. I'll brew you up a pot. She looks delighted. I only hope it's safe to drink. I poured it in from the explosives bottles. Good luck! Explosion, Lamau. Let's see. I think the only other things that we need to do here are this. And, we can't even do the gramophone in the background. Tragic. This shelf, I think all of this might be one thing, to be honest. A mysterious shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, and a bust of Napoleon. Yes, they're all the same. I was like, where's the bust of Napoleon? It's not on the shelf. What an entrancing collection. This is the first time in my life that I've seen a lonely shoe on display as an ornament. All probably things from, yeah, okay, never mind. I was gonna say all probably things from various cases. Oh, those are all mementos that Hurley has collected from his past cases. Really? Even the bust? Yes, that's right. When the mood takes him, he likes to throw it on the ground and smash it to dust. That poor defenseless emperor. Mr. Sholmes destroys it? Yep, and then he buys a new one. You make it sound like he has the temperament of an insane sculptor. Ah, how entrancingly bohemian of him. Oh my gosh. Wild. Okay, so that's all of that. This is the last thing I think that we can even investigate here. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's look at it and then we'll talk about the last thing. It looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. Seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruto, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? Right? Oh, that chest contains some of my most valuable things. That smile tells me you're not going to give us any clue about what they are. And you know what? Fair. I wouldn't either. So, you can tell us all about the case, right? Now that I've explored your room. And Sholmes' room, for that matter. So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying?
Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage, but the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man.
Mr. Natsumi, beyond any doubt, Soseki-san said he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all, unless they are planted witnesses.
Hurley used his great detective powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear.
Ah, Mr. Sholmes was a great detective and certainly hit the mark that time. Sometimes they don't, but when they do, I suppose they do.
Of course you do. Of course he did, rather. He's a great detective.
Still, that means the incident only occurred 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it?
Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime.
Oh.
Scotland Yard's doing its best, but they can't always stay on top of it, apparently.
Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire.
That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person.
Oh man. That's terrible. Well, I guess that sets the scene nicely for the game.
I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system.
I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. We're gonna have to turn things around, Naruhodo. We're gonna have to turn the cases on their head. It's a turnabout.
Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris.
I don't know why you did that, Naruhodo-san. Are you mocking me? This has been very informative.
Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun.
Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at this very moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well.
Ah, well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene.
Of the case involving Mr. Natsume-san? Really?
Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you can probably catch him there.
Iris, do you know where those lodgings are?
Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there?
Yes, I did. You know Inspector Gregson.
Ah, goody. In that case, give Gregson this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know.
What is this? A 5 shillings piece and a postcard, it seems. I was gonna say, you're paying him off? Okay, cool. Oh, can I look at it, actually? This game has a pretty good investigation thing. Okay, well, never mind.
It reads, tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like blackmail. Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try.
Good luck, then. I'm going to return to my writing manuscript, rather, the Speckled Band.
I'd still like to investigate it. Look at that shillings piece. Oh, yeah. Iris Wilson. It's a very nice little card. Oh, it even has the 221B Baker Street. Hello.
This is a 5 shillings piece, isn't it? I believe it's called a crown.
Yes, and you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one. Lamau. Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? Is it, what's it really worth?
Well, it's probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could eat for
in a whole month? Really? That's greasy. She has great handwriting, actually. Iris' little handwriting is adorable, isn't it?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. That won't be a problem.
Yes, the handwriting might be adorable, but the message is ominous. So there's room for sentiment in there.
I'm sure it's simply the way that you're interpreting it, Mr. Naruhodo. Anyway, I do hope the inspector will tell us what he...
Okay, very good. Oops. I missed something there. Whatever. That won't be an entirely terrible outcome. Okay, cool.
And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come by again soon.
We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Alright, Iris is a little homie. I thought she'd be a little bit more insane, but she's pretty cool. Well, Mr. Naruto, I love the Susato celebration. It's back to the crime scene. Boom, ba-da-dum-dum. So somewhat dubious that we would exert any influence over the Mid of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the crime scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Oh, I think this is gonna end part 1, isn't it? Yeah, okay. How long have we been going? I think we've been going for almost 2 hours. I think we're at like, I think I'm currently actually at like probably 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think we could probably go a little bit longer. Let's go a little bit into part 2. Probably won't finish part 2, but I do want to go a little bit into part 2. The 19th of February. 2:38 p.m. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on their investigation. I wish we could investigate, you know what I mean? Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yeah, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip that Iris gave us. Hey, take this. Well, actually, do we have any new conversations? No. We're about to, though. Hey, take a look at this. Hey, Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry to say that I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gagabouts, not gadabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? From her ladyship?
From her ladyship is crazy. Her ladyship?
Give me that at once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me.
Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? Chill, dude.
Oh.
What was that coin exactly?
Nothing. It looks like I suddenly have some time for you. It's a silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see, you mean...
That's right, for the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me every time.
Yes, of course, I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, sir, using my name without my say does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still, I'm getting paid.
I'm sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you.
Never mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. That won't be a problem? It says. Obviously it's not a problem, so go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsumi's lodgings.
Ah, little knife-wielding mustache Japanese. He didn't wield the knife, but he is a little mustache Japanese man. That much is technically correct. Those are his physical appearances. He lives right in that old hovel, just right over there. Look.
Oh, so he lives like right here.
On the first floor of that house where the record of bike is propped up.
That is nearby indeed. So he lives on the street, okay.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garadeb.
What is that backwards? That feels like a backwards thing. Deborag? Maybe it's not backwards.
Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it, you tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. And the next time I make an appearance, I want 2 5-shilling pieces. And maybe some sauce for my fish and chips.
Don't worry, Inspector. We will.
We've gone from steak to fish and chips. Goodbye for now, then.
And long live her ladyship. That's hilarious. She owns this place, dude. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yeah, so then shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsumi's lodgings?
Definitely.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, we were right here. A new location has been added. Thank you. Doom, 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 doom. I do like the little descriptions underneath every name. I think this game does this very well, actually going to locations. Cool. Oh, that means this guy is gonna be in here. Herlock somewhere. 19th of February. No time this time, actually. The heck, who are you?
May I help you?
Yes, would this be the residence of Mr. John, Garadeb?
Indeed it would, sir. And who may I ask is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I am... Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki, rather, Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here. Okay, well, she reacted to that. We would very much like to ask some questions about our client. It's like a quick smile, I think, almost.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb.
Did you see that, Miss Susuzo-san? That was a real-life English maid.
I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the very first time I've seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better.
Certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it?
We only need to meet a butler. The experience will be complete.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now this way.
Oh, well, he looks like he might have done it. He is shaped like the moon. Alright, we got a window here. I mean, what are the odds that he, like... What are the odds that he took the knife and just went like, wham? Because he got a couple broken plates here. A lot of broken stuff here. Jeez Louise. This whole shelf looks broken. Yeah, everything on this shelf is broken. What happened here? Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. It isn't. No, it's not delightful, actually. Although the shelves seem to be broken, and the crockery is, well, oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do the Chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it? Yeah, probably something like that, but let's not delve too deeply here. There's something on the ground. It looks like a fire may have happened. Look at that enormous screen. It's been put there deliberately, sure. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could it be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek. Ahem, ahem. They did it. Maybe now let's not miss Susuto-san. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of coffee. Ahem, ahem. Yeah, because it looks like there's a candle. It does look like there was a fire here. The thing is, I don't know when it would have happened, but it must have happened unless there's something, like, on this thing behind here, too. Something happened in this apartment, it seems like. Yeah, whatever. I guess we should talk to him. I guess we can look at the cannon first. That's a full-size cannon. What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real. It must, I thought it must be a replica.
That old thing, bah, that's a little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. You never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon about in the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say.
That reminds me of that. I think there's like a mountain goat in the movie Hoodwinked that sings a song called Be Prepared. That is a deep core memory from my childhood.
You know, you never know what this twisted world is gonna throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garadeb?
Always is. Take Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on that cannon there, Joan tells me, which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging in its head in shame. All that's fine. All that's great. This is there. The uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's been... why do you dry it there and not on the clothesline? Is it hiding something on the cannon? Like, why would you hang it there if there's a perfectly good clothesline up there? Right? I'm not going crazy, correct? Or maybe she's just too short to reach the clothesline? I don't know. I don't think so, dude. This whole place feels fishy now. Something happened here. We'll see. That old thing, not much better than rags, really. Oh? Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. I'm not one for dwelling on the past, me. I would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have the old piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see.
Perhaps we should leave the past in the past, huh? Here's the thing. This whole place is suspicious. All of these things are, like, tilted over. I feel like if she were as good a maid as she lets on, none of this would be tilted, and all of this wouldn't be, like, cracked like that. It seems like they didn't have time to fix the place up. You know what I mean? Anywho, let's talk to him. I guess we can't. I guess we'll examine first. We'll examine him. Good day to you. John Garrideb, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's the defense lawyer.
Do excuse me, not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of, my wand. Don't you know. Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from service, handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
She's a retired soldier.
Hell of a job getting up and down the stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs.
You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Dang.
Do you really think so? Yes.
Well, Mr. Garrideb, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. Medal's just fodder oil, really. Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I begrudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joan? Let these good people see it properly.
Joan? Don't fetch it! Oh my gosh!
Dash it all, woman. Be careful.
Oh, dearie me. I do beg your pardon, sir.
Oh. Jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
The way it spilled on your lap, it almost took the skin off of something else, dude. I shall be more careful, sir.
So anyway, there you have it. Living, this is not the last time that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen maybe 3 more times. I know this game. I know this series, rather. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yeah, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us, huh?
Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blightly.
Or Blighty, rather.
We've forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rant's magazine here, so
I hate that guy. I hate him a lot. I never read. That's Jones.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak.
So he's in Soseki's room.
It's a bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
Okay, well about our boy, Mr. Natsume-san, Soseki.
About Natsume-san then, Mr. Garrideb, do tell us, please.
Ah, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just a week? I was gonna say he's been here for a year, right? So he moved in very recently there.
I have 2 lodgers most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just above us.
Oh, no, girly. Ah!
Dash it all, Joan. Do be careful.
I wonder if she did it. And he actually doesn't have anything to do with this. The first floor room became available a week ago. You see, there'd been, I think what did she pour on him the last time? Go fetch it down, let these good people see it properly. Something is behind that metal. I thought this was funny. A hee hee ha ha goof. I think she is spilling the hot tea on him at specific points in time when she thinks he's about to say something that's gonna get her caught. Why would she kill a random person though? Or rather stab a random person in the back who's not dead. Actually. I think I might be onto something. Or it's just a funny goof and I'm reading too much into it, actually. Do be careful. Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry. If you want to know my opinion, then you're giving your opinion. I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Never mind. I don't trust Joan. Yo, her cheeks are crazy. To hit your cheek and then have this other cheek bounce is crazy. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written all over his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We'll be calling this woman calling this maid as a witness, rather, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you suspicious about the man at all? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. The shady lodger. No. Ah! Entirely my bad. I went back up, and then I went up too far. Famous last words. Ooh. Had a massage. A text massage. Had you noticed anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsumi? Oh, on my word, yes. The man was shadier than an orchard. That's kind of neat, because, you know, there's a bunch of trees, so there's a bunch of shade. I see. Could you elaborate? Yes, you see, there's a lot of trees in an orchard. Oh, you mean about the man? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passed the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every day and comes back with five to light the gas fire. And then the funny little man is up long past time, the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. I don't know if that's entirely shady. Man just likes to read, or we know he doesn't just like to read. He has to study the English language. It's the whole reason he's here. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night. But I've never known the Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning. Oh my gosh. 2? Man. Could you clarify something, I wonder? What, pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Oh, I've been watching him. I understood rather that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct? That's right. Oh, you're sweating too. They're both below us on the first floor and the street level. Then how do you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise time they come back at in the evening, for example, even the times they go to bed? No. Good grief, Joan. Be careful, woman. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Right, at all. The incident 2 days ago. She's doing that on purpose, huh? It seems the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Do you happen to... did you happen to look at the route, out the window, rather, at that time? The window? Yeah, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering around nearby? 5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garradeb household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan? No, sir. It would have been dusk already by that time. And with the fog out as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side, once you reach the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then? Such as a murder? Oh, stab in the back, rather, not murder. I gotta get used to that. Anything at all. It seems unrelated, even if it seems unrelated. Well, yes, was there something then? Well, there's nothing particularly significant, but around the sort of time here, there, I just want to tell them the stories, for the love of God, Joan. Watch what you're doing. Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir. Do be more careful, woman. Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow. Oh, yes. Narrow Hollow. I have an exceedingly good memory as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Really, Mr. Gardeb, it seemed like you were gonna say something. The way that you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been. Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing. Don't dash it all. What's the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Yes. Quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joan?
That's right, Mr. Gardeb.
What is the matter with these two? I mean, I know what the matter with these two is. I think I clocked that, actually. So now, pretty much anything that she spilled tea on is suspicious.
It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what?
I wish I knew. What about his room? Can you tell us which floor Mr. Natsumi's room is on? Why, certainly. It's on the floor just below us on the first floor, rather. So not the street level.
And Mr. Sholmes is investigating there, even as we speak?
Yes, told me that Natsu's name is crazy. Had asked to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsumi has engaged
Mr. Sholmes' services? No, he lied to you. We know our client hates that man. That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsumi's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs, and who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try.
We need all the clues we can to lay our hands on.
This is not Susato. We need all the clues we can to lay our hands on, shall we?
Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again, and perhaps he'll be able to tell us more.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so what are we at now? So we are probably just about 2 hours. We can probably go a little bit longer, but now there's something going on in this room. Something to do with the medal.
That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner.
Yeah, it looks like it's displayed with some pride, I would say, although it bothers me that it's not straight. What? That old thing? Sorry. I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn his grave if I disposed it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the bally thing out of my way. So it's being polished and shined by accident, I suppose?
There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation.
He got a participation award from the general. Sounds like the kind of honor even I could be in line for. Well, one doesn't like to blow everyone's trumpets, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, common knowledge in military circles. Okay, well that was not anything actually, so maybe I'm tripping. Whatever. Okay. So, our boy is in here. Yeah, we'll see what he has to say. Oh my gosh, his room sucks. Jeez, dude, but he has a nice little cat. Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose the mountains of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all of my life. I just have the one, and it tells me everything that I need to know. Maybe he should have borrowed that one, like, for real, for real. Yeah, no, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think. Yeah, once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsumi lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garadub said, or told us rather, the Great Detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Oh no. Well, I actually don't see him. Last time he was just like hanging on a wall. That's dangerous. This is gonna start a fire. Look at all the books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volume of books, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, with a dream. What a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile will ever be read again. So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime. Just the tea ceremony teaches. This is the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect that conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy. Maybe Herlock is the cat. Hello. Oh, they have the lucky cat. I have a lucky cat. I don't think it's on the screen right now, actually. It's on the shelf up here. Continue. Oh, look, it's a beckoning cat from home. It's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Surely, Mr. Natsume-san didn't bring that, Maneki Neko all the way from Japan with him. I hardly think you're in a position to comment, Mr. Naruhodo. Are you forgetting the enormous, Daruma doll that you brought in your luggage? Dang. Well, it can be dangerous traveling abroad. I wanted a lucky charm. They're magically delicious. I imagine Mr. Natsume-san wanted the same, and this cat is sure to beckon good luck to him. He is in jail right now. It's not doing a very good job so far, is it, right? You mustn't say such things. I didn't say a word. I thought it. Why are my eyes such a giveaway? Whatever he's thinking, he just blinks in Morse code. What's up, cat? Oh my gosh, it's actually adorable. Oh my, what adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking for all the books while, looking after all the books rather, while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quickly as a flash. It was a tricolor, Mickey, was it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in, Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsumi brought the little creature with him from Japan. That made me feel homesick just now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. Well, dang, he really did leave. What is this? That appears to be some sort of meter on the wall here. It looks very robust. I wonder what it's for. There's a lot of, a slot for inserting coins here too. Suzuto's great big book of everything with everything inside. I believe that's a gas meter, Mr. Naruhodo. A gas meter? It seems there is pipe gas in this district, which customers pay by putting coins in the meter. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So if we were to put a coin in the slot, that would be enough to gas to use the lights and and gas for the fire for the whole night. So if you're too poor to have a coin, you'd spend the night in the dark and freezing cold. That's right. As would a rich man who only carries crisp white notes. Oh, fair, who has no coins, I suppose. For London is a scary place. Where the heck is this dude? Is he like underneath the thing in there? That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountain of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsumi would sit here and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering tomes, surely he dreamt of books every single night. Where's his bed? Did he just sleep on the floor? Or on that pillow? He must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a secondhand bookshop. Your books. Your books, oh my gosh. Yeah, well, Mr. Natsumi's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase, 2 days ago at 4:45. The day of the incident. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. And that's pretty useful, I think. Is he in this bag? I investigated. Okay, never mind. Nothing in the bag. He might have jump scared me a little bit. Because I was like, did I click any of these books over there? And he's just right here. What do you want?
Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo-san.
Aha, there he is. Where did he appear from? Nobody even said his name.
He must be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, you two, good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met?
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together on the SS Buria.
Of course, the Buria. And let me see, what happened on that voyage?
It was Kazuma-san, Kazuma Asogi rather, he died tragically. But you were there to help us.
Ah, yes, but of course. The case of Mr. Asogi. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it?
No, there was no snake. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least.
What an honor it is to be remembered vaguely by the great detective. I'm gonna scream. This is Mr. No, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself on my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Gotta just pull down the brain attic. Bring down the ladder, climb up real quick. Alright, file through these things really quickly, and let me see. Yes, you, Miss Naruhodo. And you, Mr. Susato.
Try the other way around, Mr. Sholmes.
I lose the first round.
He's a madman.
In truth, I had hoped to invite you to my Baker Suites the day that we arrived in London, but some Scotland Yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I solved the matter in no more than 30 minutes.
So they apprehended Soseki in that short of an amount of time?
I'm afraid the pursuit of a case has dulled my recollection of the past events just a little.
A little?
It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can extend to any extent, rather. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should be elbow out rather for useful ones.
So our names are useless?
Yes, those are my own words of imitatable wisdom. Yes, I will. And you know from the adventure entitled A Sturdy Scarlet.
Please, there's no need to quote yourself. Please, don't. I don't even know if you. She wrote that. Iris wrote that. You ain't say that. Goodness gracious.
I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pens them beautifully.
He means Iris, I suppose.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madame, I should be only too pleased as this murky room is an apt place to discuss this murky case.
Okay, well I guess we're talking. Mr. Natsume's arrest.
We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes. From the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Since there's really nothing in here, I assume we are going to do probably something upstairs. Continue. Natsume. Yes, I believe it was the name of rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on the spot on so little? I'm sorry, Miss Susato, but I have not the slightest idea of what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you I'm not merely feigning ignorance. Oh, dang, okay. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh, how? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stooped Oh, really? Of accusing your stooped compatriot of the crime. No, he's not wrong. He was just finding the person who ran away from the scene. But that doesn't make any sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request to me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man fleeing the crime scene. And he did do that. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was able to quickly determine the bookshop from where they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question.
So, you don't think that Mr. Natsumi is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia. Bibliophilia. Do not be deceived into believing that I am a man of leisure. No. No. Oh dear. Mr. Gardub, the landlord, who I think is rather suspicious, but okay. I don't believe that he did it though. But I believe they know something. Or maybe they did it, to be honest. Tell me. Have you encountered, because I think we are going to head to court regardless, so I don't really know who did it, and we have to, I guess, meet up with the 2 witnesses. This is not, I think we are going to have, we'll see. Have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Gardub, a retired military man. Hina's maid are hiding something, is what I was hoping that he was going to say. It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the Great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever had a maid from the Great British institution that is service. Hilarious. I didn't think it was that funny. I mean, it was pretty funny, I thought. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much as in my Great British Primer. It's chapter 742 on my Great Big Book of Everything, and so conversely. Whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling there within. To betoken their social standing, sorry. Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. Those in the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary. As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle class and the lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is precisely for that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, rather, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrideb. Ow. Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Yep. Whether or not it opposes rather on the circumstances of this case, I am yet to... what if this has nothing to do with our case? I am yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. Really? Okay, the dingy room. We're gonna have a logic and reasoning thing upstairs. That makes more sense to me. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Hey, Mr. Natsumi has stabbed no one, as far as we know. But it's sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Sholmes? Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly see that there's a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. By the building next door, maybe? I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. What? Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed up windows. That's crazy. I wonder if window tax was a real thing. While the rich opened their windows here and there and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust of forcing people to live in their rooms devoid of light. I don't believe that one is real. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago, or their whereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, in squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in Japan isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price. It should be, you know what I mean? But the room is so awful, I should think. That's why the room is so low. Yeah, I mean, yeah. fair enough. Apparently, Mr. Natsumi only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yeah, we learned that. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, that is of little relevance here, rather. A matter not worthy of further attention. Well, I think it might be for us. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Well, I believe I've told you all I can now. Well, thanks, Sholmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? Oh, yeah, you remember that, did you? I am now. I'm official. Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? He remembered his name, but not ours. I'm not sure. Not sure. On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly, too. Thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust their innocence? Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. I'm glad this uncertainty is really, like, showing off at this first bit here. Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Natsumi didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my initial intention, but there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them, and I can't possibly solve this case for you because I have to read all of these books. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are 2 facts here that I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing. Oh? What does Mr. Sholmes tell us? I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to the case, but I'm quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. I know, his whole room looks suspicious. Mr. Garadeb is... Mr. Sholmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, as yet, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could establish Mr. Natsumi's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garadeb's secret, huh? Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove of any relevance to you. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, well, you know, he wasn't too bad today. He was alright. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Okay. I guess we're gonna go and see Mr. Garadeb shortly. He is really back over there, for real, for real. Okay, I think we are going to end there, because we are getting now deeper into, deeper in the time that I wanted to get to. So next time it seems like we are going to solve the mystery of the room upstairs. There's so much stuff there, that it does feel like that's gonna be a deduction special or whatever it is. And it feels like that might be how this game is going to be set up. If we do more things like this in the future, it's going to be like, take me back to the title. So we have some music playing in the background. It seems like we are going to have, oh, okay. That's kind of neat. So if I click go back to title, it's going to ask me to say something. Very cool. He moved us on. And it saves us where we are. Look at the background. That's nice. It's little things like that that kind of get me. Anywho, it seems like we are, as I tried to say for the 3rd time, seems like we're going to be doing something along the lines of getting a case, investigating as a part 1, and then some sort of deduction and logic reasoning. I guess Sholmes is going to be kind of our buddy for a hot minute. In some portion of this middle portion of the case, and then we'll go to trial. And maybe there's like a trial part 2. Some of these don't have just 3 parts. So some of them have like 4 parts. I think we've had a 5-part case before, not for nothing. We'll see. That being said, I am taking off for right now. I really like this one following right afterwards, because this, you know how during that other case, I was like, my boy might have done it. This one, I really do believe he did not do it. But I do love that just a day later, Naruhodo has really not had time to internalize exactly what happened from that last case. He's had no time to sit down and reflect on what happened in the British court of law. So I'm having those questions of, am I really the right person for this job? Am I really right to believe in my clients? And you can see, and I think they did a good job, like, kind of like giving that desperation to Sholmes. Because when he asked specifically, Mr. Natsume didn't do it, did he? It's like he was desperately trying to see, like, find the truth. Like, he wanted the truth handed to him, so he could believe. But instead, he couldn't get that. And, like, after that, he was so very disappointed. I think this game does a good job of reflecting that in Naruhodo's, in his dialogue. Anywho, I'm enjoying it. We got a Susudo Taz. Her ladyship, Iris, she's kind of the GOAT. I kind of want to bring her to this area and say, hey, figure out what's going on in this room. And she'll be like, all right, well, here is what I think happened. This and this and that and that and that and that. And I'm right. And Herlock is like, huh, well, she said it just as I was going to say it. And he can take credit for it. But I'll tell you what, if we have to go upstairs and Herlock is going to assist us, we're going to have to fix everything that he says. But Iris, we never had to fix the things she said, because she's going to always be right. You better believe it. Her ladyship. Thank you for watching Toodaloo Flight Crew. Until next Tuesday, where we probably will end up going to court. Thank you for watching.